difference. Hey folks, today we are in Cleveland, Tennessee at Papa Odell's. I've got this DR100 Epiphone guitar I'm giving away. Check the link in the description. But today we're gonna try to make this inexpensive guitar sound bluegrassy, or sound good playing bluegrass, right? So let's dig into the video. Drew's gonna help us out here, set this thing up to where it's sounding great. We're trying to change or turn this Epiphone, this, we'll be honest, kind of cheaply made Epiphone, into something that's playable, and Drew here is gonna talk us through, but before we do it, let's just strum through till we have a sort of a before and after.
Well, the first thing we want to do is look at our saddle. So I'm guessing this probably comes with a plastic saddle and probably a plastic nut, and those are both primary contacts for the string, so they will affect the way the guitar sounds.
Yep. Yeah.
Totally different sound. And next we're going to change these end pins. There are some evidence that shows these also change the way the guitar sounds. Even if slightly, it does make a difference. Don't know what we're going to put on the saddle yet. Maybe tusk, maybe bone.
So how long's Papa Odell's been open?
We have been open right at a year.
And this is a bluegrass shop, so like there's not any electric instruments in here.
We have no electric instruments. We have acoustic guitars with electronics in them, but all acoustic instruments. Mandolins, banjos, basses, fiddles, ukuleles.
Ukuleles?
Or uka-leles, as they say.
Yeah.
But I am curious. Let's look down inside of it. Let's look at the bracing.
Now what's the bracing and why is that important?
So the bracing is what keeps the top structurally sound when under tension. The goal of every builder is to make the bracing as light as possible while keeping the guitar structurally sound.
How does the bracing structure look in this bad boy?
It's pretty thick. But it looks well built. You want your saddle to be as tight as possible.
Yeah, because if not, it'll wiggle
yeah.
and go to tune.
A good test is when the saddle's in there, you should be able to pick the whole guitar up.
Okay.
With the saddle.
With the tension.
Yeah. Because ultimately what's happening is your string tension is coming across the saddle and the tension is pulling that way.
Mm-hmm.
And so what will happen if this is loose, and you'll see it if on some guitars that have a loose one, they will start to crack.
Okay, yeah.
Because all that vibration tension is going this way.
Right.
Now we're just going to cut the saddle down to the right length. We're going to cut it a little big, and then we'll just slowly sand it down to the correct length.
When did you start getting into like guitar repairs, Drew?
I started one summer during college. Mm-hmm. I call it the summer of greatness.
Yeah.
It was probably my last summer that I didn't have much responsibility.
Yeah.
My parents were out of town working, so I had the house totally to myself. Spent a lot of time riding motorcycles at the Dragon that summer. But anyhow, during that summer, I decided that I wanted a fretless bass, and I didn't have any money. So I took one of the basses that I had and pulled all the frets out of it and filled them and resanded it, and that was kind of my first kind of dive into this world. Yeah.
A little too long.
Again, we're trying to get it as snug as we can. Trying to match the curvature of the slot. I think we're a tad. Ooh, that's fitting tight. See there?
Yep, okay, that's what you want, right?
You can already. We might actually have to come down a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's nice.
From there.
See, there's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm going to go ahead and decide which side is the bass side.
Mm-hmm. And what's the bass side? Just the...
So, yeah, the bigger strings.
Oh, yeah.
And then the treble side. So, low end, high end.
Gotcha.
Now we will just start shaping it.
So you're using the old one as like a template?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
Trace this general profile. I'll cut that out. Just use this 120 grit sandpaper. Be just as fast. Don't get bone dust in your drink. I bone dust in my coffee.
So yeah, two very, very different pieces of material. Like this
Oh, yeah.
literally looks like it's off of like the side of a notebook or something, like a trapper keeper.
Let's listen.
Yep. Yeah.
Totally different sound. All right, so now we've got the general profile shaped out. And so now I'm just gonna mark, see how this saddle has got an angle here,
Yep.
it's pushed back here, and pushed forward here.
Yep.
That has to do with intonation.
Okay.
So on a guitar, the strings have to be a little shorter and a little longer. All stringed instruments, really. You'll see it on a mandolin too, how they're offset.
Yeah.
And that's just to keep everything in tune, so we gotta replicate it.
Right. So if you guys didn't see that, so Drew just basically, like, there's some notches on this this old saddle. He's basically just like hand carved that into the new one.
Let's see what we're looking like now. It's looking really nice.
There we go.
Way too high right now, though.
Yeah.
Let's kind of get an initial measurement. Okay.
You can see the string height. That's the action. And this action is super high. This looks like a dobro from where I'm looking at it. All right.
I mean,
Is it my mind or is it a lot louder?
I feel like it's all way louder. Like that's a big difference. I mean, alrighty. All right, folks. So that was Papa Odell's. If you're in Cleveland, Tennessee, drop by. This guitar is going to be given away on June the 30th. If you'd like a chance to win, hit the link in the description, and we'll see you on the next video. We'll soup it up a bit more, add some new strings and a nut to it. All right. Till next time. Later.